In order to fully enjoy your kettlebell training, you need to set up a proper warm-up and mobility routine, which I'm going to show you in this video. We believe in our modified version of the philosophy of functional movement systems. Move well with your body weights only before moving often under load. Grüezi miteinander, Gregory from Lebe here. On this channel, we're about all things kettlebell. So if this is your first time here and you want to learn more about kettlebells, like the video and consider subscribing. This warm-up and mobility routine I'm about to show you is awesome for kettlebell training, but you can use it for general training as well. Before we want to get started, we want to differentiate two things. The first differentiation is between the levels. The first warm-up and mobility routine is less static and easier to do. The second routine is more static and harder in difficulty. The second differentiation is you can qualify a warm-up into two categories. The first category is the mobility. This is where we mobilize the joints to get those synovial fluids flowing and loosen up muscles. The second category is a dynamic routine to get your heart rate up. These are exercises that you're probably familiar with: jumping jacks, running, mountain climbers, and so on and so forth. Make sure you watch until the end of the video because I got 3 bonus exercises prepared for you that are really awesome. Let's start with the easy routine first, and we're working from the top down to the bottom. Number 1 is neck up and down, side to side. So your chin goes up to the top, to the ceiling, and your chin goes down to your chest. Up to the ceiling, down to the chest. Up to the ceiling, down to the chest. Now we're going a little bit faster. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now we're going side to side, right, left. Going slow, right, left. Going a little bit faster, but with control, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Make sure when you work on your neck that you focus on your neck only and don't start rotating with your whole body. The second one is shoulder rolls. So we're loosening up those shoulder blades and we are rolling the shoulders. You can either relax your arm completely or you can lift your forearms up. Doesn't matter. So we're going slow. And now, other side. Make sure you always keep breathing. Focus on your arm rotating in your shoulder blade, in the joint. You really want to feel it. Number 3, alternating shoulder rolls. They can be a little bit tricky. If you're having a little bit of problems with the triggering, or this is your first time doing this, and then this takes some neuromuscular power to really focus on those shoulder blades. Now other side. Make sure you don't lift your arms up. We want to stay focused in the shoulder blade. Number 4, shoulder circles. We're upgrading the range of motion. Bring your arms up, close to your head, biceps close to your ear, and now reach. Go down with your arms, really reach behind you so you can feel your upper body getting a nice stretch. Arms up, down, arms up, down. Make sure your arm is fully extended. Other side. And if this feels a little heavy, it is. It can be tricky. If this is your first time, the weight of your arms, moving your arms only in space, this costs muscle power, and you get that nice and easy stretch. Moving down to the torso, rotating, lifting your foot up the floor. If you want to, you don't have to, you can just stay right here. It's just a little bit easier to get a little bit of range of motion at that sweet spot. Make sure you don't get dizzy. Go slow. And then we go a little bit faster. But when we go faster, we want to stay in control. We want to make sure that we're stable, that we don't lose balance. Now moving down into the hips, side to side. Now your hips is demanding where your upper body is moving. Your hip is leading. So whenever I push my hips out to the left, my upper body tilts to the right, but you don't have to force it. It's just all about natural movement. And when you push your hips out, you feel your muscles getting a little stretch outside of your thighs. This is what we're aiming for. Going a little bit faster. Make sure your knees stay as locked as possible. Moving up the ladder, now we're doing hip circles. I love these. Now the hip is leading as well. As you can see, when my hip is moving forward, my upper body tilts back. When my hip is back, my upper body tilts forward. This is what I want to focus on. Now as you can see, I keep my knees as locked, as straight as possible, so I can feel my hamstrings, my glutes, I'll feel my thighs, I can feel my lower back. We're loosening up that lower back. This is an awesome exercise. It's so easy to do, yet it does so much. Now switching directions. If you want to, you can go a little faster. Don't go too fast. Focus on the loosening up part of these muscles and the movement in the joints. This can be a relief for pain or for that tightness in your lower back. It may be. If it is, keep doing it. Keep using that exercise. Moving down into the leg. Now I'm shifting my weight onto my left leg. I keep my hands in my hips. Now what I want to do, my shoulder point forward, and now I'm lifting my leg up, rotating, and putting the foot down. Boom. Rotating, putting the foot down. Boom. I want to focus on my leg, on my femur that's rotating inside the hip. I really want to focus on it. And a little bit of an advanced version. If your balance is all right, don't touch the floor. Keep rotating. Keep your weight stable on your left leg. Now the other leg as well. We shift the weight to the right leg. Now rotate your leg. Put it down. Make sure your shoulders are pointing towards the front. And focus on that leg moving, turning inside your hip joint. And now, more advanced version. Don't touch the floor. Great stability exercise as well. And yet the focus is also on the mobilizing of the hip. Now we go into the hamstrings. Now we're doing some leg kicks. We're going easy with this one. Now I'm standing in kind of a lunge in a ready position. Now what I do is I use my right leg, use some force to kick. You don't have to go as high. What you want to make sure is that your knee is extended, because every time I kick, I feel a nice pull, a nice stretch on my hamstrings. Switching to the other side, as you can see, I'm standing diagonal in the lunge stance. Keep your knee as straight as possible and make sure that you get ready. Once you get ready to kick, you have to kick from a stable position. Don't be something like this and then try to kick. Stay stable. Now the last exercise is the spine. What you want to do is flex the spine. Straighten your arms. Down. Keep your knees as locked as possible, as straight as possible. Now, going to the top. Straighten your arms. Hyperextension. Coming back. Now, going to the rotation. Down. My left hand touches or holds the right foot. Now, I'm having some tension. Raising my right arm. If your knees are bent a little bit, no problem. Other side. And this concludes the easy part of the mobility routine. Let's move into our more advanced mobility routine, which we do almost daily with our clients. Now, this requires some basic mobility. If it is not there yet, don't worry, it will come. Maybe it just takes you some more time to mobilize the joints and loosen those muscles up. If you can't do it the way I do it right now, that's totally fine. Work with your range of motion and then work your way slowly up. Now, the first exercise is the world's greatest stretch. Go into a lunge, making sure you're stable, putting both hands down right here on the level of my left foot. Now I'm trying to bring my elbow down. Make sure your right leg is straight and extended. Now your left arm goes on your neck. You rotate with your elbow to your right hand and up to the ceiling. Right hand up to the ceiling, and now straighten your arm. Bring your left hand down on the level of your left foot. Now right arm goes to the top. Now left arm goes over your left leg. Your left foot is flexed. Straighten your left leg. And now we go into the Shaolin pose. I love this one. Straighten your left leg. Now put your right knee down, right hand on the floor, left hand on your left knee, and now push your right leg down to the floor as much as possible. Same thing other side. Hands down, elbow touching the floor. Sometimes I go even further where I try to really lay down as far as possible. Now hand on your neck, right elbow to your left hand. Up to the ceiling. Right back. And now straighten your arm and look towards the ceiling. Right hand touching the floor. Left arm goes up. My eyes follow my hand. Right arm over your right leg. Straighten your right leg. Right foot flex. Now Shaolin stance. And I always feel like a Shaolin whenever I do this. Now, left knee touches the floor. Right hand on your right knee. Left arm down. Left leg as far down as possible. Now the second one is spine and hip mobility. You probably know this one from the first one. It's a little bit trickier because we want to stay a little longer. So straighten your arms, flex your spine, and now extend your arms. Hyperextension, go as far as possible. Come back. Now we're going down into a front squat. Now push your elbows right into your knees so we can feel a nice stretch on your inner thigh. Chest is up. Now stand up, same thing. Put your feet close together. Flex the spine. Straighten your arms. Hyperextension. Front squat. Chest up, knees out. Number 3 is rotator cuff mobility and glute activation. So you lay on your back, feet touching the ground, elbows touch the floor, and now the back side of your hand touches the floor. Now what you want to do is press your arms down into the floor. Now slide up slowly. Try to extend your arms. Once your arms are fully extended, biceps close to the ear, we go into a hip bridge. Hips is up. Breathe out. Put your hips down. Sliding slowly back. Use some resistance from the floor. Press your arms down into the floor. Now coming back up. Sliding, sliding, sliding. Arms are fully extended. Biceps close to the ear. Hips up. Now from this position, sliding back, we're straightening our legs, going to a posterior chain stretch. Make sure you straighten your legs. If it's too hard for you, you can loosen your legs a little bit and bend your knees. That's a little bit easier. And then relax. Now bring your legs back up. If you're a little bit advanced, you can really straighten your legs. Go as far back as possible. And then going back. Now we keep working with the chest and the spine. So, laying on the floor, your arms are out in a cross. Now you look towards your left side, you bring your left leg up, and now your left foot wants to reach your right hand. Try to keep your left leg as extended, as straight as possible. Switching back, other side. Leg up to the left side, and I'm looking towards my right side. Now we keep going. There's a nice subtle flow to it. I keep my left leg straight. My right foot goes over my left knee. My right arm goes behind my back. My left arm touches my right knee. Now I'm having some pressure, some force. So I want to really use that force. Now looking back. Now what this does is I get some glute stretching and some back stretching, which is an awesome feeling. Switching back. Maybe you hear a little bit of a crackle going on in your lower back. It's totally fine, as long as it doesn't hurt, and as long as your doctor tells you that's okay for you to do, you're totally fine. Now cross-legged, we keep going. We use a second level for a lat stretch. What I do is I rotate my upper body to the right side. My left arm goes down to my right leg. So here I'm having some resistance. I'm straightening my right arm. So I'm making sure that my spine is rotated. My right arm touches, the biceps touches my right ear. And now I want to come down, straighten my right arm, and try for my left shoulder to reach my left knee or my left leg. Now switching, rotating the other side. Really try to straighten your arm. You feel a nice stretch in your back. Now sciatic and piriformis. You keep your left leg in a 90-degree angle. You try to straighten your right leg to the back. If it's not possible, keep it bent. I'll try to straighten it. Now, I wanna move down. My body, upper body reaches the floor. I'm totally relaxed. And now, chest is up. We wanna increase the stretch a little bit. Chest goes up. Now I'm increasing the stretch on my right side and my inner thigh. Now switching. As you can see, they're all connected. That's such an awesome flow with this warm-up. Is everything is connected. Your whole body feels it. Coming up into the Sphinx. My stomach is on the floor. I'm keeping my right hands close to my body on chest level. Now I'm pushing my hips down. This is the cobra. My upper body comes up. I look towards the ceiling, but I keep my hips down. Now my hips come up. I keep my hips up. Now what is important is now you straighten your arm. Don't go down with your hip. Your hip has to stay upright. You straighten your arm, and now you try to reach the ground, the floor, with your chest. And you can put your head down on your left or right cheek, doesn't matter. Make sure you go as close to the floor as possible. It's great for your upper body. Now going back, hands on chest level, chest is up, hips is down. Now hips come back, straighten your arms, and chest is down. Keep your hips up. Still on the stomach, straighten both of your arms. Now, you wanna reach your right side of your body. Now I'm laying on the right side of my body. My left leg, I'm using my left leg as counterweight because I don't wanna fall over. I want my left arm straight in the air, and then I let it loose. And it's like an arm bar. We call it a natural body weight arm bar. Now my chest gets a nice stretch. I make sure I don't fall. I wanna keep the resistance. Now switching sides, other side, make sure your arm is straight. You really wanna extend your arm, keep your elbow locked. Try to reach, imagine you wanna reach something. And then coming back. Now I love this. This is a full body stretch. It's called a scorpion stretch. Left arm to the top, right arm on your right side. Now lift your left leg up. Try to reach your right hand. Left arm stays close to your head. Biceps touches the ear. And now you try to push your hips forward and switching sides. This opens up your body in such great fashion. And that's it. Now going into the bonus exercises. Most people have problems with their posture. They're standing around like this. So what we want to do is we want to get a feel of how it feels to really get your chest up and pull your shoulders back and really feel the activation of these spine muscles. Now we can do this when we lay on the floor. Now I'm putting both of my hands on my neck. And the only thing that I have to do now is make sure I pull my upper body up. I want to look straight up in front of me, going down. This is not only a triggering exercise for your neuromuscular system, but it's also a strengthening exercise, which is awesome. Now, bonus exercise number 2 is the next level of this exercise, the advanced version. Coming up, now pull your elbows back, and now do the Superman. Arms straight up in front of you, and down. Same thing, up, elbows going back. Arms are out, straight up, Superman. And now bonus exercise number 3 is especially useful when you're using your rack rest position with the kettlebell, where you try to make sure that your elbow makes contact with the iliac crest of your hip. This demands that your upper body, your upper back is loose. And sometimes we're so tight that we can't even go down. So your arm is not able to reach because you don't have that range because your back is tight. Now what you can do is straighten your left arm, your right arm goes under it, and now you try to grab your thumb. If this is not possible, it works. If you don't grab it, it works as well, but it's more intense if you're able to grab it. Now, if you're able to grab it, your left arm now pulls down. Really pull it down, and what happens is you really stretch those muscles in your arm and your shoulder to relax them. Then the other side as well. Up. Now try to reach your thumb or keep loose. And then really your right arm is pulling down, and I can feel that pull on my shoulder, on those muscles right around my arm that I need to really get that feeling of rack resting the kettlebell in the rack rest position. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.